What is going on YouTube? Is FlopFish here, and welcome to an NHL 14 gameplay commentary here. This is just me playing some EASHL with a few friends. Regardless, that's enough about the gameplay. You guys can watch it in the background, and I kindly encourage you to listen to this. Anyways, this is about NHL 14, and it's more of a rant of what's wrong in the game and why it doesn't matter if the developer fixes it or not. It doesn't matter if EA patches it, because honestly there will be something else that pops up that everyone learns and knows how to do, and they'll go ahead and do it. And it'll always be like this. It always has been, always will be. And again, that's kind of one of the things. And for me, it's what makes the game bad, is when you have so many people abusing so many little aspects of the game, like such as, well, not even little aspects anymore. People are abusing, for example, the wrist glitch shot. Everyone knows that, the pullback one from about the top of the circle to score. They're abusing puck protection. Puck protection's been around for a few NHLs. Again, I know why it's there and stuff. I can see why it's there, but it's just being so abused this game that it's making it unplayable. Because if you make your guy like this team has it right here with, you know, like 20 feet tall grinders with amazing checking and strength, you're not going to be able to knock them off the puck, and it just gets very, very frustrating. Same thing with backhand forehands. Backhand forehands is a bit of a subject that I like to talk about, because ultimately on a breakaway backhand forehand, go ahead and do them. If it, like, that's really the only time I would say a backhand forehand's a logical move. When you're on a 2-on-1 right beside the net, right in the corner, backhand forehand is not going to do anything in real life, and people will still abuse that glitch and they'll get goals because of it. Again, it's just everything in this game is about glitches, and ultimately this is what the game turns into. It turns into who can glitch the best. It's not a showcase of skill or talent, it's just who knows how to do the glitches the best, and they will ultimately be winning the games, or for the most part at least, because if you're good at defending, you can kind of defend around the shots and stuff. I still have a fairly good record, and I don't do a lot of glitch goals. Every once in a while I'll do one, but for the most part I try to play the game without doing any glitch possible. Again, for me, it's just from a player standpoint, it's frustrating to play against, because you know the goal is going to go in, you know it's going to happen, and everyone complains about it, but the people complaining about it are, for the majority, for probably 90-95%, even more, are the ones who are also doing it. And it's kind of like, well, if everyone else is doing it, I might as well. But what if the change starts with you? What if you were the person who were to say, you know what, I'm not going to be doing glitch goals, so I'm going to stop doing them? And what if people started following that trait? What if that happened, you know? Like, there's been many cases where scenarios like this have happened and people have done that, and ultimately I think that's what we kind of need to look at, is in order to make this game more enjoyable, in order to make this game fun, we have to make the game, we have to stop abusing the glitches in the game. And again, this game is by far the best NHL game ever made, and I will stand by that for a while, and at least until NHL 15 comes out, because that's going to be a better game, more than likely at least. And again, there's just so much with this game that's just absolutely phenomenal. It's amazing, you know, how much users can wreck a game. For those of you who say, oh, it's in the game, you can use it, let's jump back to Modern Warfare 2. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it was a home of one-man army noob tubes. Much like, say, backhand forehands, it was something in the game that pretty much everyone hated, but for a while it was all that everyone used. And everyone will tell you, like a vast majority of people will tell you, that Modern Warfare 2 was the pinnacle of all CODs as far as connection goes, as far as hit detection goes, as far as everything goes. It was one of the best CODs ever made, if not the best COD ever made. And that's how I feel about the game. And again, a lot of people say that, but they say it was ruined because of the one-man army noob tubes, because of the users abusing it. And that's pretty much what it comes down to, you know. You can take that to any Call of Duty ever. They're all great games, they're all phenomenal games, but it's just the people that use them and play them that abuse everything in the game and make it unplayable. They don't make it fun, and ultimately that's where we have the issues of being frustrated in these games and saying they're bad games. It's not in any way, shape, or form. Alright, there might be some responsibility on the developers, like for example puck protection, something that I've been pretty proactive about in saying that needs to be definitely fixed for upcoming years because it's definitely a big issue. But for the most part, the vast majority of issues within the game has to do with the people playing the game. And it's like that in FIFA, for example, cross crease sweaty goals. Most people know them, and again, it's something that FIFA players would know about. They know that the most common way people score goals is just having wingers who just run up the side, cross it across, and have people with really good heading just head the ball in. And it's the users that make it a bad game. If you get two people matched up in the game who play the game properly, it is a phenomenal game. It is like that in NHL 13 for me. It is like that in NHL 12 for me. It's like that in NHL 14 for me. We were playing a club full of fives that did not abuse a single glitch, and we didn't either the entire game. It was the best game I have ever played in my life. As far as it was fun, it was challenging to score, and you could really see, the positive of the games and how good the game plays. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say on this. Hopefully you guys can kind of learn from this and decide from it what you want to do. Again, I'm a huge advocate of, the games more or less now being falling on the users wrecking it, because these developers make great games and we're just kind of wrecking them ourselves by abusing every little thing we possibly can within the game. That's more or less goes for everything from YouTube comments, even with Bob and stuff like that, up to playing video games. Anyways guys, this has been the commentary about NHL 14 and what is wrong with it, when in reality the only thing that's wrong with it for the vast majority of the game is the people playing it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, take it easy and peace out.